We're also tracking the growing fallout as the federal government shutdown is now in week number 6.
As TSA agents are working without pay, ICE agents are now on duty at more than a dozen of the busiest airports across the country. Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport not on the list right now. We have team coverage, though, on this big story for you. We're tracking what one Minnesota senator is now sharing about these negotiations.
And first, Harrison Klopp live at MSP with what you can expect if you're traveling, Harrison.
Paul Lee, I'm at Terminal 2 right now where things are quiet, just like Terminal 1. If you look at the departures, things are running smoothly. And if we move over here to the TSA lines, you're going to take a look at this and say, what lines? There just aren't any at the airport right now. Things are looking great here, but people within the building are starting to wonder, how much longer can this go on for?
I was asking some of my co-workers, what's the morale? And they started praising God and saying, I'm glad for my health, my children are healthy, I have a roof over my head. They're not talking about the job.
Neil Gosman, union treasurer for TSA workers at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, is frustrated 38 days into the partial government shutdown.
Do you feel that our elected officials are doing enough right now?
Obviously not. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had 90 days of unpaid work in a 6-month period.
Neil says workers are sticking things out at MSP, a trend you're not seeing across the country, as new data from DHS shows TSA call-out rates are around 40% at airports like New Orleans, JFK, or Houston. That's where Jamie Haggard flew out of. She told me she still has a few friends stuck in the Space City.
2 of the girls that are stuck out there, they're worried they're going to be stuck out there for a few days just because of the fact that the airports are backed up, planes are full right now, it's spring break. So I know one of the girls, they might be driving.
Neil does not know what's next for Minneapolis, but what he does know is time and money are starting to run out for TSA employees.
People have to pay their rent, people have to pay their mortgages, people have to pay their daycare, people have to buy gas to put in the car to come in, people have to buy food, and that stuff's running short now.
And we've reached out to our contacts at MSP for their current staffing numbers. We're still waiting to hear back. From the airport tonight, Harrison Klopp, 5 Eyewitness News.
Harrison, thank you. And today, President Trump says that sending ICE agents to the airports was his idea. And there could be even more reinforcements on the way.
If that's not enough, I'll bring in the National Guard.
And the head of the TSA union says that putting untrained ICE agents or other officials at security checkpoints won't help.
All right, so in the meantime, the clock is ticking in Washington to see if lawmakers can strike a deal on DHS funding that does include TSA.
And this comes on a day with the new Secretary of DHS confirmation vote set to happen in the Senate. Let's bring in our Eric Shalou. And Eric, you've been monitoring the latest developments to see if a deal could be near.
Minnesota Senator Tina Smith told me this afternoon there was progress on a possible deal between Democrats and Republicans over the weekend. But that hit a wall after President Trump's social media post last night. President Trump posted on Truth Social that he doesn't feel there should be a deal with Democrats unless they vote with Republicans to pass the Save America Act. The piece of legislation the president mentioned isn't about DHS funding, but instead new regulations for voters. Meanwhile, the U.S. Senate has taken several votes to end part of the DHS shutdown that began more than a month ago. Funding for specifically ICE, after what played out in Minnesota, is at the heart of the shutdown. Senator Smith says there seemed to be common ground on some agency funding, with conversations about guardrails for ICE informant continuing.
President Trump to shoot it down was I'm sure I'm sure that was a big bummer for John Thune and the Republicans that are trying to find a path forward.
And what were some of those conversations? What were some of the places you agreed on?
What I'm talking specifically about agreeing on funding FEMA, funding TSA, funding the Coast Guard. Let's put Customs and Border Patrol, those agents, let's put them back on the border.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune posting over the weekend that Democrats have, quote, willingness to defund law enforcement and jeopardize national security, adding the concept of negotiation is, quote, utterly lost on them. The president calling lawmakers to stay in Washington and not leave on their holiday break at the end of the week. A lot to follow. We'll stay on top of it for you. Eric Shalou, 5 Eyewitness News.
And you can count on 5 Eyewitness News to continue to track all the latest on the negotiations and wait times at MSP as well.